orientation is, I don't know what you mean, orientation is locked. All right, I hope that's okay. So, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Happy to see you here. Ah, so, this is the 1 Million Cups Dallas community. Everyone scan the QR code up front. Okay, excellent. All right, your organizing team. I'm Cassandra, the community manager. We have Zacharias Hardy. Gabriel Beasley is our lead organizer. He couldn't be here today. And Jonathan Mena is also a community organizer. Depending on the traffic, he may still show up. All right, and I don't know if you're familiar, but good morning. How are you? Welcome. 1 Million Cups, it was started by the Kauffman Foundation, and they work with communities in entrepreneurship and education to increase opportunities that allow all people to learn, to take risks, and to own their success. I recently went to a summit in Kansas City where they're headquartered, and I was so impressed with Kansas City. It's the 25th largest city in the country, which I didn't know until I got there.
I never been there myself.
The mission of 1 Million Cups is to lower the barrier of access to education. Am I too much in the way? Okay. And resources and connection for all types of new and aspiring entrepreneurs. As far as I know, we're only in the U.S. right now. But right here in Texas, we are growing. One chapter is popping up right after the other. So toward our mission, this mission through creating a consistent educational experience for each 1MC presenter, while also highlighting the uniqueness and value proposition of each local startup community. Hi there, welcome. Watch the camera. Sorry. Thank you. All right, so just so you know, once again, we are nationwide. If you're somewhere and you saw jonesing to hang out with some entrepreneurs, you can look for 1 Million Cups and find them we're in the West, Southwest, Southeast, Midwest, and we're kind of sparse in the Northeast. I'm originally from New Jersey, so I'm like, this is it, but yeah. Our key pillars is we have presentations, not pitches. Sometimes we might actually have a venture capitalist in the audience, but it is not guaranteed. So what we're trying to do here is create authentic connections. Not networking, we come, we exchange cards, we never talk to one another again. That's not what we're here for. So we run for the community, by the community, and our goal is to be radically and intentionally inclusive. Our meetings are always free, always will be free. By our mission, we won't even have meetings someplace where you have to pay to park, okay? Especially if you're a bootstrapper, that's no bueno. All right, the core program is we hold weekly meetings every Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. It's the same in every community, and we don't say chapters, we say communities. We have presenting businesses that are less than 5 years old and desiring to learn. And we finish each Q&A with the question, what can we as a community do to help you? Because that's why we're here. That's a network. I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, you would go in a retail store and there would be a little ashtray of pennies, and you would put in pennies or you would take pennies out. So that's kind of the philosophy here. You bring not a penny, but a resource or more, and you take some away with you. That's our goal. Being an entrepreneur can be a lonely experience. So we're here to let you know when you feel, deadlocked, you can come here and get some inspiration as well as resources. All right, so applying to present. We love it when people present. You can present not only here, but you can apply to present at any other 1 Million Cups. When I was in Kansas City at that summit, one gentleman he was kind of like a 1 Million Cups rock star. He just went from community to community presenting, and he actually linked up with some resource. I don't remember all the details, but that led to his first $1 million deal. So you just never know who's in the audience and what you can find out. All right, and now a word from our sponsor, Comerica Bank. This is Business HQ. It's a resource center that helps small businesses, entrepreneurs, and nonprofits. Oh, and I forgot to mention, anything that's going on here in Comerica as well is also free to attend. So you can come to a 1 Million Cups meeting. They have a meeting about something else somewhere. You can always sit in on that meeting as well. They're always happy to have you. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
Yeah, we got switched this morning.
Really?
Oh. Yeah. This is Jonathan, who I said would probably come.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
Good morning.
Actually, I was going to put the banner up outside in case other people wander in, so they know we're in here and not out there. The center offers co-working spaces, technical assistance, and access to capital. So if you're interested, the young lady at the front desk can give you more details about becoming a member here. Now, if I remember, membership here is free, but there are certain resources that you have to open an account with Comerica Bank, but you can open it with $20. And I'm sharing that with you because if you have a business, they do help you with free advertising. So I got an ad I'm lousy with the sports teams. I want to say Texas Rangers Radio. I think I'm saying that right. And you can also get an ad, I guess you would call it a banner ad, at the Dallas Stars games. They help you with that as well. Once again, no fee. Okay? They have a content creation room. They have a green screen that you can use. It's really just cloth, but it's green. It's not fancy, but in a pinch, yeah, it'll look good. All right. So, so you can ask Kayla or Randall or Ariel, who's at the front desk, for more details. And our other sponsors, Cassandra O. James, that's my company, that's one of my badges here, and Connected Co-working, that's the company of our lead organizer, Gabriel Beasley. All right, so now I just wanted to share some of these resources with you. I'm sorry, Jonathan, you're missing all of me setting up that banner. Okay, quoted. If you're looking for free PR, QWOTED, QWOTED is a great resource. I got an article in Medium this year, I want to say about 4 months ago now. So that's a great way to get backlinks and promotion exposure. SCORE, if you're not familiar with SCORE, it's the Service Corps of Retired Executives. Now, I can't say that they have mentors because they're retired. I can't say you're going to find a lot of resources about maybe social media, but they do have lots of webinars as well as in-person seminars where they have experts in that area. So you can get access to free and low-cost webinars as well as mentors, advisors. And also, I forget how I found out about this resource. Oh, it's the Dallas Regional Chamber of Commerce. They offer free AI office hours where you can speak to an AI consultant. I hope I'm not stealing your thunder here.
No, it's fine.
A free AI consultant who can give you some guidance regarding how to make your business more efficient. Okay. I had one session so far, and he was helpful, not in what I needed, but in other ways. All right. This is, I'm afraid this was yesterday. But the DEC network is another resource as well. If you're from the Dallas area, they're out at a section called Redbird. Okay, thank you, because that, when I first heard it, I'm like, what? Redbird is a section of the town, or is it a mall? What is it?
Yeah, it's a mall. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they're like behind the mall. Yeah. But they're another great resource to go. You can put up a flyer on your community board there. They have co-working space as well, but they're not free. So you want to come here for that. And Target, this one passed yesterday too. I have to update the slide deck. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and this is my spotlight on the network. They offer boot camps and accelerator programs. You know, I spoke with their executive director yesterday, but I forgot to ask if the accelerator programs are free or not. But I know after you go through the accelerator, then there's an opportunity to pitch and get, I want to say grants. I don't think it's venture capital. I think it's grants. Something you don't have to pay back. But don't quote me. And now, volunteers. Yay, we're always looking for them. Time commitment depends on you. Maybe 30 minutes a week. We don't ask for much. Every little bit helps. Talk to me after the meeting if you have the time and you're interested. All right, and also when you scan the QR code to sign in, we would love it if you would follow us on social media. I have a great announcement. It looks like the DEC network is going to be helping us with our social media, so that will be one less thing for us to take care of, and it will be far more consistent with the posting. All right, so today's presenter. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything. So with that said, we like to go around the room. I know a lot, but I don't know all the resources. So we like to go around the room and share. If you don't have a resource, then a win that you've had, or we'll do the challenge after our presenters. But if you have a resource that you would like to share, if you could put it on the board here for everyone, that would be great. And now, it's time for our presenters. Who would like to go first? You, since you were here first?
Yeah, I can start.
Okay.
However, I'll be presenting. So, okay. My name is Przemysław Matecki, but I go by nickname Prez.
Did you want to share that? Or?
Oh yeah. And yeah, I'm building this company, Assist with AI. I'll speak about it in a minute.
Oh, you have a ThinkPad. You're a serious
I know.
I haven't seen one of those in years. I missed them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They are very reliable, so I love this.
Oh,
So should we do this round robin, or because you mentioned like everyone will introduce themselves for 1 minute or something?
Oh, okay.
So should we start with that, or should
Before
I start
your
with my
presentation,
presentation? Oh, okay. So this will be at the end.
you
Okay.
can go first, yeah. We'll get to that.
All right.
6 minutes, right? Excellent.
Mhm. Okay, so hi everyone, thanks for coming. My name, as I said, Przemysław Matecki, but I go by nickname Prez. And yeah, my company is Assist with AI. I decided to create this company just this year after spending 11 years working for big finance institutions. So first for Credit Suisse, then UBS. I've been working, for example, for 7 years from Manhattan office throughout my career, but just 2 years ago moved here. Anyways, about Assist with AI. So the problem that I've noticed when talking to different entrepreneurs, actually there are three problems. So one is that all these big companies are now pooling all the AI talent, and they are making like huge salaries to these guys. So there is still not that many consultants who can help small and medium-sized businesses. So that's one. The other thing is that you have like thousands of new AI tools coming up almost like every day. And it's difficult even to pick these tools, right? So especially if you're a small or medium-sized business, it's difficult to keep track of all these tools and so on. So that's why we decided we don't want to be just another startup building some AI solutions. Maybe it's better to focus on consultancy aspect. So we do create custom solutions, but our offer basically is consultancy, trainings to small and medium-sized businesses, and only when we see there is a potential to introduce some AI tools to this company, offered by third party or offered by us, only then we start building the offer for small and medium-sized businesses. The next thing, so solution I basically mentioned. So we are offering this consultancy, workshops, and AI systems. And by AI system, we mean we want to not just implement some AI tools randomly across different departments, but our ultimate goal is actually help these small and medium-sized businesses build AI system, right? So different tools that are connected to each other, that talk to each other, and we believe that now, especially with development of these low-code and no-code tools and so on, we can actually get the pricing of such services down to the level that actually small and medium-sized businesses can afford, right? And my team consists currently of 7 people. I'm the only one based here. The rest of my colleagues are based in Poland, and we have one guy working in India. And I'm working on this project full-time, but most of my colleagues are just doing it as a part-time after work hours. But still, I think with this crew, we can deliver what's needed for small and medium-sized businesses. And just recently, because there is quite, I would say, demand for such services, we decided our small group of 7 people is not enough. So that's why we are entering into partnership with software houses who can actually give us this manpower in terms of AI architects, system developers, different programmers, and so on. So now we are basically getting ready to grow bigger. And our mission is to automate processes and amplify people, right? So you probably noticed that at the beginning of this year, there was a lot of talks around how AI will replace us, drive to make all these AI agents as autonomous as possible. But now we feel that the tides are slightly changing. Many of these early AI projects just failed, and I think actually I know that many of them failed because they were just the pilot projects that were not part of strategy, right? More random proof of concept, you could say, and many teams were just playing with the idea of implementing AI, and more and more people, more and more companies realize that this is actually the problem. You need to think about this holistically, building a system of AI solutions, not just random proof of concept projects. Now maybe about our customers. So while we serve small and medium-sized businesses, and we help businesses as small as you can say probably the starting point, I would say it's about 1 million revenue. But our favorite clients are actually 5 million of revenue and above. That's why we are focusing, for example, on companies that are getting ready to be sold. meaning we are entering into partnership with business brokers or with private equity companies that want to boost the selling price of the company just by implementing meaningful AI system. Okay, so I think in short that's all I wanted to say. Yeah.
That was fascinating.
Thank you. All right. Any questions, guys? Yes.
What's your main problem today?
Main problem? Being more recognized. So, for example, we are launching this workshop sessions. Every Thursday, we are organizing workshop sessions for managers and executive of the companies that are our clients or potential clients. And we run these workshops just for 30 minutes, it's online and so on. But this is like, as of now, the only way we are basically presenting our business or our knowledge and so on. But we would like to start presenting or maybe like giving lectures to broader audiences, right? So if you know any opportunities where I could speak, not about my company, but in general about AI concepts, like how it's changing, like that the human aspect is it's growing in importance, let's say, when it comes to like building AI. If you know any events, or you could maybe introduce me to someone who runs such events, this would definitely help.
I'm understanding brand recognition in a sense, a way?
Yes.
Gotcha. And what's distinguishing you from every other AI consulting company? Is it like your background or is it your approach?
I would say, yeah, I mean, I think just because my whole team, okay, there are many AI consultancy companies, but very often these guys, I would say like probably 50% of these companies just learn from, I don't know, YouTube videos about AI or just reading some books and so on. But my team consists only of people who has like at least 10 years of experience like running this kind of projects in large corporations. So we have guys from Microsoft, Bank of America, JP Morgan, I'm from UBS and Credit Suisse. And we've been running this multi-million dollars projects internally for these big fintech corporations like for years, right? So I think this places us really nice to offer our services actually not only to like the smallest companies who are fine with just low budget projects, but our favorite clients would be actually portfolio companies of private equity. So here we are talking about like individual projects that budget can range from like, I don't know, $500,000 to, I don't know, $5 million, right? So this is slightly differentiating, yes. But of course, like there is not too much moat, right? It's just a consultancy company.
Yeah, if you generalize that way. But how long have you been doing this now?
Since March.
Since March, okay.
But you know, like for example, for UBS and Credit Suisse, I've been running projects for years because obviously like these big fintech finance companies and technology companies are like way ahead from what small and medium-sized businesses are doing. So at UBS I was already working on like system of AI agents, and for many companies, small and medium-sized businesses, they're like, I know, 2 years behind just working with ChatGPT or very simple AI solutions, nothing even close to like whole system of AI agents. So you can say like we have experience like doing it all the way.
So from my understanding is a lot of, in general, folks who use AI or AI consultants, they know AI as it exists, like ChatGPT as it exists today, but you're able to take it a level up beyond that and build a system
I would say
structure
like
around it?
even few levels up, because
Okay.
I would say like next level after like implementing some AI tools, like using AI tools by your business, the next level will be actually to connect them all so they can communicate between each other, and it's not that simple. And then the, let's say, last level is actually implementing in your processes these AI agents, and getting AI agents right is like extremely difficult task, just because it's not about the technology itself, but as I said, like you need to change the culture in your company so that your people actually help to train and build this solution. Because with AI agents, it's more like, I would say it's like almost like training an intern, right? before it gets all your processes right, and processes in businesses also change often, right? So it's not like we'll train a agent just once and it works. No, it needs to be like this human in the loop is, I think, now the most popular approach, just because all these agents just needs to be trained, explain like what they did wrong, and recording all these interactions, and only then like over time they get better and better. And the AI, like no matter like what these AI gurus are saying, like it has still like a lot of limitations, like all these hallucinations, and they, for example, like a good, the best example, I think, I was trying to create this logo with AI tools, and I spent like 3 hours and it could never get it right. So ultimately I got frustrated and just hired like a designer who exactly understood what I'm aiming for. Because the problem with AI is often that you tell it something to, especially when it comes to like visual aspects, right? You tell to make some improvements and it does it, but at the same time introduce some noise to whatever you're trying to achieve, and you can end up like constantly trying to explain AI like what you want to achieve, and then like if the conversation gets longer and longer, it starts even confusing your feedback, right? So time and again, it starts introducing new hallucinations instead of just focusing on what works and just improving what doesn't work, right? So it's I would say it's a art in itself, right?
Yeah.
And it's a long and this people aspect, right? We also talk with small and medium-sized businesses, and we already implemented some AI solutions for them. But then it turned out that actually there are people like at the beginning they were excited, but then like rejected to help to improve AI over time. So basically, after a few months, they even stopped using these AI solutions, which is really bad because it has like huge potential, but people are still slightly against it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right.
They're also self-imposed limitations, you know. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, we can keep talking for
Yeah.
all the time because yeah, it's a huge topic.
It is.
Miss James, do you mind, one of the viewers on YouTube said the orientation was like sideways. I don't know if you want to try to turn the phone.
Actually, we prefer
portrait
some
or
AI.
landscape.
It says orientation is locked, but it's on hold.
To even run this
Rotate device back.
Like at least some.
If you want to just rotate, there's a knob right there.
But yeah,
Huh?
that's why we
The knob right there.
I guess it's
right?
saying
Just to
like
get
this.
all your employees up to speed.
It's just like this if you see it, like, so you.
Mind if I?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
What's up?
Thank you very much.
It's a
And
little crooked. Let's fix it.
you're saying AI, but aren't you really talking workflow automation?
No, it's interconnected, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said, like our ultimate goal is to like build a whole system. So obviously,
Right.
like workflows will be parts of the system.
You fixed me?
Yeah, I
Thank
fixed it.
you. Thank you, Kennedy.
Oh, you're
Good
welcome.
looking out. You ready?
Yes,
Get on the mic.
sure thing.
Excellent. Just want there to be room for dialogue after the presentations. Everyone come with something.
Sorry. Small room. Usually we're outside over there.
Yep.
It's a fun set of stickers.
Oh, thank you. Picture tells 1,000 words. This is my first time using Prezi in a while, so hopefully everything goes great. Hi everyone, my name is Kennedy Houston, otherwise known as.
I'm sorry,
Kendra
Kennedy, can you
Houston.
speak up just a little louder?
Yes, yes I can. Can everyone hear me a little bit more? please. Okay. Hi, my name is Kennedy Houston, otherwise known as Minus for Houston. I'm trying to bridge the bilingual gap. So this presentation is about enhancing language skills in students and professionals. So I graduated in 2024 from the University of Texas at Austin with my communications degree, African diaspora studies minor, and a business and Spanish certificate. And so now I want to launch my own business, K&H Productions, gracefully curated, but also I want to utilize my business and Spanish certificate with Blacklingual Spanish tutoring. Because bilingual competency is very much so essential in today's interconnected world. We're trying to build effective communication across cultures. And I don't know if anyone's ever heard of what's someone who only speaks one language called? American. Because in America, we only usually use this lingua franca called English. But a lot of other global professionals have to know at least 2, 3, even 4 languages at times. And so as global markets expand, individuals with bilingual skills are increasingly sought after. And so they're making proficiency in multiple language an asset, not just a necessity. However, the current state of bilingual competency is not matching the need. We see that 60% of students lack proficiency in a second language. 75% of employers seek bilingual candidates though, so that's not matching. And then we see that 83% of professionals believe bilingual skills improve job opportunities, but 50% of schools do not offer bilingual education programs. So there is a demand and a pipeline gap. And so that's leading to a few implications. We have limited access to bilingual education. Many students and professionals, they encounter obstacles in accessing quality bilingual education, and that's going to hamper their ability to learn and use a second language effectively, because some schools may lack resources, qualified instructors, or structured programs, leading to gaps in language acquisition. A lot of times, you may just get this barren foreign language guide and be like, here, like read this, you should be able to, absorb everything. And quite frankly, our brain isn't wired that way. It actually needs a lot of guidance, and it has to be not just root memorization, but over time, access to more abilities to practice in real world situations. And so that is also talking about cultural differences and cultural barriers. Having effective communication between individuals with different linguistic backgrounds. And so this picture is just showing there's actually a lot of indigenous languages that are also dying out because they don't have any of their keystone speakers to teach the language in our school systems. And that just goes back to funding, but also making sure that we're not just, letting those languages die effectively. So we have to be able to, actually share that history and teach the younger generations. Because there's going to be a lack of real-world practice opportunities without opportunities to practice them in, real-world scenarios. So students and professionals, they may feel unprepared and anxious when using a second language in practical situations. And that's really essential for fostering confidence and fluency. And so here comes my solution as Maestra for Houston, which just means teacher in Spanish. My tutoring program will focus on individualized learning strategies that cater to each student's unique needs in developing bilingual competencies. And we're going to actually look at utilizing cultural immersion experiences and real-world communication practices to equip these students and professionals with the skills necessary to thrive in a globalized environment. I have been to Abu Dhabi at the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, and going to somewhere halfway across the world in the Middle East, you'll see that there's Arabic, there's other different languages besides just English. And especially if you do want to, utilize different trade stocks or different, careers, you have to know how to not just be speaking English. You have to actually have, I think, body language skills, cultural competency skills, and quite frankly, we're just not meeting the mark there. So one of the things that I want to do is help with students and professionals who want to go into these immersive experiences. So that's with pre-departure preparation. That's accessing the language skills and setting goals for communication improvement. Then we're going to get to engaging with local communities and practicing the language in real life situations. So whether that's knowing, donde está el baño, where's the bathroom, or can I have, the ability to order in a restaurant effectively. Like those are some real world applications that I think students need to apply those skills and utilize that language, not just in an academic or professional setting, but also personally. And those, reflections are really how we're going to evaluate the progress and integrate learning into everyday communication. And so I'm the best success story, and so I'm the blueprint of showcasing the impact of my tutoring services on students' bilingual competency and rural communication skills. In 2021, I was able to attend my first study abroad in Puebla in Mexico City, and that significantly improved my bilingual proficiency. This is a picture of me in front of the Pirámide del Sol in Teotihuacan. It's in Mexico City, and that kind of bridged the gap between the history that you're reading in the books about ancient civilizations and actually making it real world. And then in the following year, my sophomore year, I was able to study abroad in Cape Town, South Africa, and that was a hands-on experience working with a nonprofit, and that increased my confidence in a professional setting because I was able to collaborate with other students and make sure that we could get murals painted for the students who had a bilingual numeracy, like they were kind of behind their multiplication skills, but also their literacy skills. So we were drawing kind of hopscotch decals so that they can learn, their 1, 2, 3s and ABCs. And so my next step, I hope to be a World Walker trip mentor in Panama City during spring break of next year to guide my first students on how to be able to navigate the landscape in a global city like Panama City. And that's through a partnership with my former professors at the University of Texas at Austin, but they're also inviting it nationwide. So we're gonna have Clark Atlanta students be able to, be, immersed in that cultural experience. So alumni testimonials are really highlighting the transformative effects of study abroad on their language capabilities and cultural understanding, because I think it goes to say that right here, bilingual competency is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity for thriving in today's interconnected world. And we're addressing the gaps in bilingual skills through effective tutoring and immersive study abroad experiences to empower students. And I mean students from K through 12 all the way up until adulthood, because I think you can benefit from these skills throughout your entire life. And so I really want to help students at a younger age because it builds over time to enhance their career prospects and contribute to a more inclusive global community. So thank you for listening.
Excellent. Can we get maybe just 4 minutes of Q&A?
So, I understand what you're doing. I just don't understand how you're doing it. Is it like a one-on-one tutoring? Is it a world tour with students? Is it,
That's a great
what
question.
Is the exact?
What's the structure in the model?
Yeah.
So right now, I'm really focusing on trying to identify partnerships with schools like Spanish classes. So whether it's, because in high schools you have to do Spanish 1 and 2. And so just trying to be, a supportive bridge, because someone like me, I was usually the only black girl in my Spanish class. And so seeing some representation for those students who may not, get what they need from their teachers, I just want to be kind of a supportive bridge for that. But that's primarily through Zoom tutorings, or even, utilizing AI features like Duolingo, SpanishDictionary.com, and Barron's. I just don't want to be, the person that, tells you, oh yeah, you can do it, and then not show you how to do it. So I just want to be the guide in that sense.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
So you said that you're trying to get in touch with like high school K through 12 students. Like, is there like certain school districts that you're going to, or like are you going to like the schools that don't have the resources, or are you going to the ones that already have the resources?
And see, that's a good like thing for me to do my market research on what is actually needed, because I will say some of the students, you have to meet them where they are. Some students don't want, to actually be bilingual. If that's not a goal of yours, I'm not going to not say we can't work together, but I want, to have understanding together of what your goals are individually. A lot of times parents reach out and they just are like, oh, he's getting a C in Spanish, can you help him? And I'm like, yeah, we can go over your, grammar and your writing concepts, because a lot of times I think, especially the COVID-19 pandemic changed how we teach and how we structure. I remember definitely doing group memorization, writing notes, listening to try to correct, conjugating everything. But I think it's changed now, and so I've gotten different feedbacks about being a vendor with different school districts. Bigger school districts like Dallas ISD probably have a really robust bilingual dual language program from the beginning, but that's on paper. And so I know that seeing is believing as well. So I really think to open up the access to it, I was going to kind of do like a Patreon in a sense for YouTube, so that I'll start the podcast if you want to schedule like a one-on-one tutoring session and you have like the ability to afford that, because I was really going to just be like, I'll do it for free just to get testimonials at first. But just, having the certificate, I would always just want to start with like $25 an hour for like different levels, just based on the goals of the client.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
So, what's your main problem today?
My main problem today is, I would say, finding like the people who want this. Okay. And then also, it's like just me. So I'm realistically not trying to be the next, like, oh, I don't want to be the Duolingo on the stock market. Like, I'm not, this is very much so giving back to the community that kind of raised me in a sense.
Grassroots small business.
Yeah, so I'm definitely, and then my other passion project is just helping people who may need Spanish translation services as well. So whether it's like translating documents or, being, working, with different charities who need those services as well. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Have you like contacted like Dallas County or Tarrant County? Because I worked for Tarrant County, and we often needed like translators. Like I did equity work, basically like diversity and equity inclusion work in the community, and to be equitable and inclusive, like here I am. I speak a little Spanish, but not I'm not fluent in it at all. But like when we're going into these communities that are impoverished, like there are a lot of Spanish speakers there, but we didn't have anybody to actually, and just like you said, like the company, we were hiring for it, but it just, the disconnect was there. So like, how are you like putting yourself out there? Like how are you rubbing elbows?
You're going to market essentially.
Yeah, I would say it's like being a needle in a haystack, because it's so specific and niche that I think I was even looking at, just having the regular LinkedIn profiles, but even if maybe I need to do, some Craigslist or some other like, avenues where it's like a Rosetta Stone and being a tutor. Yes, ma'am. I'm just asking questions. But thank you so much, everybody, if that's it.
Okay, sorry.
You're fine.
For anybody who can stay after, you can, dialogue, but for now I need to make sure everyone gets to speak in the time frame.